Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video, we discuss my thoughts on episode 2 of the anime series, Gabriel DropOut, which was all kinds of hilarious once again. And it's really interesting, having a character named Vignette, for all intents and purposes. This episode felt like a series of vignettes, from starting playing games with Satania, basically finding out why she is going off by herself and eating alone when it's lunchtime, to going to the cafeteria and trying to figure that out. You have Gabrielle hates having to be around humans all the time and wishes they could just jump off cliffs and everything. Single guys, as well, as we find out later in the episode. She just hates and loathes her position in life, having to be amongst the humans, this wonderful angelic creature that she is. And she decides to try to prank, of course, Satania, who is wearing the big chip on her shoulder of, oh, I know how everything works, I'm going to order us lunch, and she inadvertently orders them all the same udon, bowls. And so they dump a whole bunch of spice on there. They have her doing it, and you think this is going to, make her explode, but she absolutely loves it. I love that it backfired. She subsequently puts all that spice on the other girls' bowls, Gabrielle's and Vinay's. And that was hilarious to me. And then, of course, we're having interspersed cuts going back to Raphael, who, I guess that dog is her dog, or at least she's adopted it, or... it's like one of her minions or something. This dog is constantly going and stealing the melon bread that is Satania's. And I guess this is the dog's mission statement, to constantly always do this at the behest of Raphael. So we see that she is malevolent and sadistic, carrying on from the first episode. You have this trio of Gabrielle, Vinay, and Satania having to be in cooking class together, and none of them bring the correct sort of ingredients. You have Satania bringing a fish straight out of hell, and this thing looks like the mutant fish from The Simpsons or something, and it's growling like a freaking crocodile. I don't know what the hell this fish was supposed to be, but it goes on the attack when effectively, Satania's going to lay into it and cut the thing up and everything. It ends up flying up off of the cutting board and smacking her in the face, sending Satania flying. Eventually, I guess Vinay is the one who actually cut the thing up, and you see the little ghostly specter, angelic specter of the fish being risen to the heavens and everything. This finally happens. And then, of course, you have Gabrielle, who was supposed to get seaweed and things of that sort. She got vegetables instead because she wanted something else completely different, and they have to kind of work on the fly to try to make this, all these ingredients come together, and it's horrible. It's horrendous. There's a purple stank cloud permeating the area, and they can't stand what they've cooked with this weird-looking monster fish and the vegetables and everything. And lesson learned, as Gabrielle says, follow the damn ingredients next time. And so then, of course, once again, we're calling back to Raphael in between all of this stuff, and she's asking her little pooch to go and keep an eye on Satania and try to figure out what she's up to, and see what her mission statement is, her goals are, because she's supposed to be the sort of, I guess you could say, ruler-elect, if you will, for lack of a better term, of hell oncoming eventually, I guess, per her graduation, after spending some time on Earth and everything like that, much in a similar fashion as Gabrielle and the other characters are. I guess their time on Earth is limited. They got to make the best of it. They got to, learn their lessons and come back stronger, and then they rise to power, whatever it is. Gabrielle just does not want to deal with it at all. She's like a lazy bum. Even the class president, she's sitting in class waiting for Gabrielle to turn in her sort of career, document that she's got to fill out for what her goals are in the future, what she has, the sights she has ahead of herself. And she's completely oblivious to that. She's talking about this heavenly document she's got to turn in. And she's just she's bothered by humanity. She doesn't want to have to deal with what the favorite food is or whatever it is of single guys. That's where we get that wonderful little, perfect, pearl of wisdom from her. Why can't they just all jump off a cliff? It's oh man, and she's the angel, So then finally, after having this crazy discussion that is sending the class president to a mental asylum or something, she can't believe what she's hearing. does, you know, Gabrielle realize, oh, I also have to fill in this one for the class. And the press is like, dumbfounded, you know. And then when finally she turns it in, I just want to do nothing all day. That's my first goal. My second goal, ditto. My third goal, ditto. You know, so it's like, oh man, this show is wacky and hilarious. And of course, the sort of final vignette is Raphael catching up with Satania, and this time sneaking into her little apartment digs and getting right in bed with her, and then wanting to, you know, sort of lay her fears about her breaking in, you know, breaking and entering. She's like, when they wake up the next morning, I want to be your apprentice. Oh, but I'm too delicate. I can't go get us the breakfast you want and everything. I need to be taught. You know, would you, Satania, go please get the breakfast? She's falling for this hook, line, and sinker. It's absolutely amazing. Satania, she's got such a chip on her shoulder. She's so prideful. She's blind to the fact that Raphael's just dicking with her. You know, like, oh, and then the mission statement, will you please, you know, eavesdrop on Gabrielle and find out everything she's doing, much in the same manner as Raphael told her dog to do to Satania. And she's like, oh, no, I'm still waking up. I'm still, you know. And so basically Satania's just like, you're fired. Forget it. We're not doing this. You know, it's like, oh man, this show is too freaking hilarious. And I'm glad that it fills in the spot, the void that Scorching Ping Pong Girls left behind on Mondays for me, because while this one does not have as much sort of energizing, you know, momentum to it, it's funny, it's hilarious, and it's still a pleasure to watch. And again, you know, I still make that comparison. The character designs look very similar, the coloring of the anime and everything. It just looks like it's cut from the same cloth. You know, if you told me it was produced by the same studio that produced Scorching Ping Pong Girls, I probably wouldn't be surprised, but I actually don't believe that's the case. So, yeah, another fun episode. Love to hear from you guys in the comments below what you thought of episode 2 of Gabriel DropOut, if you've seen it as well. And so, yeah, bring on the next one. Otherwise, that'll be pretty much it for me on this. Hope this video finds you well. And I'll catch you all later. Peace.